What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and this is the Macho Sports Report, where I talk to you about the sports stories that matter to me, hopefully matter to you. Alright guys, I don't know about you, but the fact is, I'm sick and tired of all this flack that Sacramento Kings team has gotten. I mean, do I even have to remind Kings fans of all the criticism they received this past offseason? Heaving criticism at the franchise was practically a national pastime in the media. Now, after a 2-7 start, having just snapped a 6-game losing streak on Wednesday, it's Kings trolling season once again. I mean, sure, the team kinda brought it on themselves. After all, franchise center and resident hothead DeMarcus Cousins did reportedly spit a profanity-laced tirade at head coach George Karl. Subsequently, GM Vlade Divac vetoed Karl's decision to suspend the volatile 25-year-old for 2 games. You throw that atop the dumpster fire Cousins and Karl created with the reported friction over the past 5 months, and bam! Instant fodder for the continuing Kings are a disaster national narrative. Now they're wondering aloud what the team can gain by either firing Karl or trading Cousins. Neither of which makes any sense at this point. But hey, as long as the media is talking about us, right? No. Frankly, I'm sick of this. Because at the end of the day, it's like this. We've barely played an eighth of the season. You want to damn the franchise, especially this front office, for all the seemingly boneheaded moves they've made this past offseason? Fine. But don't point to their paltry record and declare this a failed experiment already. Frankly, if you didn't expect this Kings team, one composed of a bunch of talented yet conglomerated pieces thrown together just a few months ago, to struggle against some of the best teams in the Western Conference to start the season, especially without Cousins for 4 of those games, then you are endlessly optimistic. And I would like to meet you. I want some of your optimism. Give me some of your optimism, please. But seriously, they looked good in their win against Detroit, and they only have room to grow. Especially when Darren Collison and Seth Curry get healthy. And here's something else. Like it or not, George Karl and DeMarcus Cousins are stuck with each other. Obviously, Karl and Cousins' relationship has been under an electron microscope since the former first arrived last year. From Karl wanting to trade Cousins, to Cousins' cryptic tweets about Karl, to Cousins' latest blow-up at his head coach. The easy thing to say is that one of them obviously has to go. But you have to understand, no one can afford that right now. Karl can't stubbornly let his best player get the best of him. Cousins can't afford to run out another coach just because he doesn't like him. Because like it or not, he might just be their best shot of the Kings getting a postseason run. Even with the smorgasbord of eclectic talent the Kings possess. And the team can't afford to get rid of either one of them. Because 1, they'll never receive equal compensation for a talent like Cousins in a trade. And 2, they can't let go of their 3rd head coach in less than 2 years. Like I said, we've barely played 10 games this season. They just need to shut up, be patient, and see what transpires with the team before making any rash decisions. I'm talking to you, Rant. Stop making rash decisions! If for nothing else than to stop embarrassing yourself in this franchise more than you already have. 4-on-5 cherry picking. God! Lastly, I hope to God the Kings are following every negative word the media continues to throw at them. I think SB Nation's Tom Ziller put it best. The Kings have been the butt of jokes for almost a decade. Until Tuesday, they were aiming their fire at each other. Perhaps they will decide to collectively direct their anger at everyone pointing fingers and laughing, like a scorned Voltron with a loose trigger. Every NBA team fosters and feeds the usually absurd "nobody believes in us" canard. The Kings can actually say that. If this Kings team can unite under one banner, it's the one screaming at them that they'll never amount to anything. I remember one band of misfits that actually gelled together and turned their talents into a championship. Can the Kings do the same thing? Probably not to that extent. But I think they can actually at least shut the naysayers up by gunning for a 40-win season. Maybe even a postseason berth. That, more than anything, will feel like a championship. And something to build on when they move to the Golden One Center next year. Alright guys, rant over. What do you think the Kings can do to shut up their critics and salvage the rest of the season? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and this has been the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!